Now Tua. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Tua now on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Tua. And the pressure gets to him again.
A loss of 7 yards.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. Here's Tua. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I don't feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go.
And 12.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Good position to be in here, second and inches. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. His throw incomplete.
Intended for number
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches.
And less than a yard.
Back to throw again. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down.
Results in a fourth.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are this line.
We've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them. But
the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. The throw over the middle taken in. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Dawson. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Over the middle, complete. It's Dawson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Tua. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Saunders. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. It's complete. And they'll have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Meanwhile, in our game, just the lone touchdown accounting for all the scoring. A tight one, 7-0 is the score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more. Throw it
catch and run. 62 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. Partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They run the counter. Rich. They'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
He'll drop to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
A loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd.
And that takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Is good. Makes the score Steelers 10, Vikings nothing.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
3-yard line.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
31-yard.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. His 2nd catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's McCarthy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Dawson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
At the 19.
Well, look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football, but right now they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Tua to throw again. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Steelers' 18-yard line.
On 2nd down now. It's Saunders. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And 1.
Looking to pass. Tua. He may try and run for this. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got